Hi, you guys. I am sorry I missed last week, but I have a lot going on. I really didn't want to come this week because the upcoming episode of Real Housewives of Atlanta seems like it is going to be off the chain. So I really wanted to wait, but since I didn't come last week, I was like, let me go ahead and do this. All right, for Real Housewives of Atlanta, Cynthia. A lot of people have been giving grief about how she reacted to the proposal. And for me, especially being that I've been in a situation very similar to hers, except mine was even bigger, I can understand why she reacted the way she did. My ex fiance proposed to me in front of my entire staff. When I tell you, there, I want to say at least 100 people, at least 100 staff members were there, and they were in on it. Well, I'm sure everyone didn't know about it, but my boss knew about it, and my coworker who was in the next room, she knew about it because he had kind of talked to her and she helped him with all the logistics. So he proposed to me in front of all of those people, and like Cynthia, I didn't cry. I was more shocked than anything, and I was just like, I mean, it was nice. A lot of people are like, oh, I wish someone would propose to me like that. But if that's not how you are as a person, like I'm not very, I don't want to say I'm not affectionate, but I'm not big on PDA. Like, I kind of keep things between me and my partner, between us. I don't do a whole lot of public displays. And so I would have preferred that he proposed to me in a private setting, not in front of over 100 people. I wasn't very comfortable, and I was kind of like, and I asked him, I was like, what are you doing? Because I'm like, what are you doing? I didn't know what was going on. I was completely clueless. And not to mention, he didn't live there. He lived in another state and flew in. I mean, so it was really nice, but I was just like, really? Like, I was kind of more shocked than anything. So my reaction probably wasn't what people thought it should have been. And so I can completely understand where Cynthia's coming from, because for her to tell him that, I don't like surprises, I don't want, it to be a public thing, and for him to turn around and do it anyway, it's kind of like, really? Like, you know how she is. You should have, I think what would have been a great idea was to have had Nene and her sister set up the house, do the roses, the candles, and all that, and then leave. I think that would have been great. So she would have come home, saw the roses, the candles, all that, and then he proposed with just the two of them. I think that would have probably been much better than what he did. But anyway, off of that, Phaedra, she's working my nerves. Next week, I think, is going to be the main thing where she's with the doctor and they actually confirm her true due date, because she needs to stop acting like people are stupid. She got pregnant before she got married. Big whoop. Like, it's not 1940. That ain't unusual in 2010. Get over it. All right. Nene and Greg, I don't know what's going on with them, but I need them to just cut it out. Either divorce or get it together, because the little funkiness at the charity event, Sheree, the dance moves, yeah. Her routine seemed very basic. I don't know if, editing can be a mug, so maybe they only showed the very simple parts of her performance. They can be tricky like that, but if they showed basically her full performance, it was very simple. And I'm mad at them for being so cheap and donating $20. Like, that is so tacky. Kandi should have gone ahead and donated what she wanted, regardless of what Nene said. Bump trying to help Nene save face because she want to be cheap. No, if I'm used to giving $500 to $1,000, like Candy said she was, that's what she should have done, and been like, I'm not gonna be cheap because you want to be cheap. I'm gonna donate from my heart, donate what I want to donate. So I thought that was real tacky. Sheree, I'm not sure where she's getting the money from for the Aston Martin. I mean, those are very expensive and they don't make that much per episode. And I don't really know what she does besides that, because I don't think She by Sheree really got fully off the ground. And then her ex-husband, I think, was broke. So I don't see how she could have got much of a settlement. But I don't know. So if you can afford it, go ahead. But I'm like, really? Kim and her daughter's room, $60,000 for that. She could have gave me, shoot, I would have took 10 G's, if that, and I could have made that room look even better. Like, seriously, $60,000 for that? Are you kidding? No. Either you're lying or you got robbed. Because, that room did not look like a $60,000 room. Sorry, no. Who else? Candy and Lawrence. I think Lawrence is gonna be a hit. I think Kim needs to give it a rest. Candy needs to just cut her losses with Kim, keep it moving. I am so ready for next week with this Tai-E and Nene, because clearly she knows him from somewhere, from where I don't know, but I'm excited to find out. Also, one of my subscribers left a comment saying that she heard that he used to work at Morehouse and was fired. Actually, he used to work at Clark Atlanta and was fired for false credentials. This was back in 2005. Now, I'm trying to figure out why 5 years later he's still running around claiming to be a doctor. Now, the false credentials, I don't know exactly what all was involved with the false credentials, if he's truly not a doctor or if he lied about what school he went to. I don't know exactly what was involved in that, but it said that one school he only went to for a month and that it's illegal. Like, he can be prosecuted for running around saying he's a doctor and he's not. I mean, because you're dealing with people's health, and in his situation, mental health. Like, that's nothing to play with. So basically his major was con. Okay. That's all I can see, because I'm like, dude, you done been fired, booted out of folks' institutions of higher learning, and you're still running around talking about you a doctor. Like, seriously? You don't have to be a doctor to write a book on relationships. Hell, look at Steve Harvey. He's nowhere near a doctor. And, I mean, he made all kinds of money with Act Like a Lady, Think Like a Man. So you don't have to go around, oh, I'm a doctor, to give relationship advice. I mean, he was on Ricky Lake before. I mean, that gave him some public exposure. He could have just kind of dropped the doctor thing and just, went on about his business without claiming to be a medical professional, and he's really not. Like, dude, really? No. So I'm really ready to see that. I also watched Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, because now that is like money. How Atlanta is nothing on those chicks. So I wonder if they watch and are like, wow, because they do a lot of highfalutin here in Atlanta, but they don't have nothing on that doggone Maloof. That chick, the Maloof family, like, are you kidding? That is wealth. That's not just rich. That is wealthy. There's a difference. But, yeah. The Kyle and Camille situation, I can't wait to see how that plays out, because the cameras did not show what was actually said between them. But I find it hard to believe that Kyle would say that, because it doesn't make sense. Why would she tell Camille, why are you going to Hawaii without your husband? Because no one would be interested in you without him. Like, That's not even logical. Like, I could see if Camille said she's going to the SAG Awards, and Kyle was like, "Well, is Kelsey going?" And she was like, "No," and then she would say something like, "Well, why are you going if he's not going?" Because that would relate to his career. Hawaii is a freaking just an island, just a destination. So what does Kelsey going have to do with anything else? Like, it it doesn't make sense. So yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I can't wait to see how that plays out. But that is basically it. And I'll see you guys later. Peace.